And there she blows. I'm gonna greet you here and say thank you for joining me. A bit of a warning, I've called this 10-hole dash from trash to treasure. And if you want to skip along till about number 5 or number 6, because that's when I even start finding something. I think number 6 was the first coin. But look at that for a picture. There she blows. That looks super, doesn't it? Almost looks like that's a ship to the bottom right on the horizon. I'll actually check the tracker after this and see if it is, because I think we've captured that quite spectacularly, don't you? Or is it a bit of a cloud? It looks like a ship to me, a boat, a fishing boat or something. Or is that a bit of a cloud? Or is that just the effect? But that is beautiful. Stunning. Well, let's see if we can see something. That could well be a €2 coin. That's those kind of numbers. So let's see. It's our first target. Why am I out here not long after 5 in the morning? Because today will probably be, or this morning, just after the full moon springtide, will be the best morning or the best detecting time for the next week or more. Okay, I have moved it, so let's see. I don't know if this is going to be a 10-hole hunt. We'll see how it works. It's in there. Now it looks to me like a bit of aluminum. Yeah, there we go. A bit of aluminum. Now I've got wet fingers, and they're gonna be cold then. Anyway, here we are. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful moonlit morning. Can you see anything? I bet you can't. Okay, we got our first target. So it's light, so the heavier stuff will most likely be out there where you can't see anything. For sure, for sure. Well, we've walked far and wide for our second target. There's the tree line. I don't know if you can see the tree line just over there. And there's a lot of pebbly stuff on the beach. There's a good gully. There's a bit of color coming around. There's a lot of promising looking signs. There's Orion, the constellation, and the moon. If I hold it still enough, maybe it will pick up on it. There we go. Alright, let's see what's these 26s over here. If it's just a bit of Canslaw, most likely. But it's the second target. What is it? It's more than a bit of Canslaw. Looks like a bit of, what is it? Bit of, yeah, electrical cable, flex. Look blue, but it's actually grey because the blue, the neutral wire is breaking through. There we go. Can you see that? Now that's slightly heavier than to be expected for this part of the beach, but that's number 2. So I can't go home without attempting to get a few targets. So maybe we'll get to 10. Who knows? If we don't give it a lash, we'll never know, will we? Okay, we've stumbled upon number 3. May we hope for a pre-decimal or a decimal cupro, nickel, copper nickel, call it what you want to, type coin. I think in our last hunt, the florin we found, they rang about those numbers. Now, am I making a racket in your ears? I presume I am. Now it's gone up to 32s, but it's not really a strong signal. When I first stumbled upon it, it was stronger than that. So let's see. Live dig, and the thing won't focus because obviously the light is poor, and my cap feels like it wants to fall off. Now the numbers are going up and up and up and up and up, up and up and up and up. Now making a bigger and bigger hole and a bigger and bigger noise in your ears. But who knows? Okay, now it's down to 29s, 31s. Okay, I'm going to put the detector down and get the pinpointer out and see if we can push upon it and be more specific. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is put you back in my pocket for a bit, see if I can find the thing properly, because I'm not finding it improperly, and then I'll get you back out of my pocket. So give me a second or two, go and have a bit of a rest in my pocket after I show you a bit of colour on the horizon out in the Irish Sea. A bit of colour. Okay, rest in my pocket so long. Off you go. Rest well. Yes, I have you out of my pocket. Hope you rested well. And I have the number 3 target out too. And things are getting brighter and brighter. And there we go. Yes, man. How's that? Messed about and caught you out. Yeah, number 3. Looks like it's going to be a morning like that. But at least we're out here in the fresh air, catching some vitamin C before we catch vitamin D a bit later on when the ball pops up over there. I have to add, we've had rain, incessant rain, wind, stormy, whatever, for about a week. So this is welcome, very welcome, even although I think it's about 5 or 6 degrees. But there's no wind, then it's tolerable. Lovely! Let's see if we can get a bit of focus on that. Yes, there's a bit of focus for you. There's a bit of focus. Okay, we've got number 4. Most probably also a bit of brass, can slaw. Yes, there we go. Bit of can slaw this time. That's number 4. That's how it works, folk. That's how it works. Let's see. I'll show you much. The moon is soon going to be dropping over the dune, but by that time it will be bright enough for me to be able to show you more than just the impending sunrise. Looking forward to the impending sunrise. It might mean today we can actually go out and do a few things without getting too wet. Okay, you might know you won't see too much. I've been walking all along the bank because in places it's been coming down. I don't know if you can really see. Here it's been coming down too. You can see the stuff lying down here. Now since Storm Dara It really messed this beach up. I think that was in February. The colors are coming nicely. Sorry you were a bit wobbled there. But I want to show you something here now. This is the typical thing that used to happen when the beach was out there somewhere, where you can see the detector 2 or 5 or 10 meters that away, where the wall was, not the beach, but in the bank there, 44s. Now that could just be a big piece of aluminum, or yeah, it sounds like there's a can in there. Yeah. So that's number 5, a can. There we go. Can you see it there? Or portions of a can. There we go. So I'm not going to carry on, but that's number 5. So at least we've got to 5, halfway to the 10 mark. Anyway, you can't really see much, can you? So I'll stop waffling on and see if I can find us in the rising light, if I can find us 5 good targets, because we've had 5 crashes. Strolled a bit further south thus far. Remember, I've got to turn around and walk all the way back north again, here against the dune. You can see the outline. Okay, there where the cross is, the X is. Can you see the X I've marked there? Just when I've got the light on, it does this flickering motion. It's number 6. Seeing that I've shown you all the others, I can just as well continue until we find 10. And then, if we find 10 of them, then we can call it from the darkness into the bright. Nice 41. Now, have we our first coin? I'm thinking we might just be doing that. So I have you here. We'll see. Did I flick it out there? I'm sure I did. Yes, I did. Is it a coin? I think see something on edge there. Is that a halfpenny? Yes, Irish decimal halfpenny. Tiny little thing. But it's a coin. See if we can get a focus there. There we go. Probably a 1971. Can you see a date on it? Is there a date on it for you to see? Wasting your time. And I was feeling sorry for you. Yeah, it looks like a 1971. First year of minting, so that most of them were minted that year. Can you see the date there? Well, I don't know if you can. Looks like a 1971. So there's our first coin. I've just dug 3 cans, which I'm not going to show you. Well, I partially dug that one. It was flipping deep. 2 foot, but the sand is very loose, so I picked it up faintly and I thought that could be a coin. But here is a 43. Let me show you quickly. Obviously with the phone around and the pinpointer going and the light, they all seem to be interfering, and it's here. And it's a coin, that's for sure. 43, 50 cent. Yeah, German 50. Euro denomination 50. The seagulls are a seagulling. The water is a watering. The sun, she is coming, or he is coming. As the moon, she is going. The moon, she is going. Right, and my fairy princess is still having a nap back home, so I will send her a pretty picture. That's number 7. 2 coins in a row. Whoopee! Okay, number 8. I'm trying to shine the light on it. I think it's 33s, so it could also just be scat, but we're not hoping for scat, we're hoping for pre-decimal. Pre-decimal it could be, but it's pre-decimal scat. Minimum. It could have been something of a toy. That's number 8. Looks like it could have been a bumper of a little car. The picture, she's getting prettier and prettier by the second, and the water, she's coming closer and closer by the second. Number 8. We are getting into an area where we're finding signals. Relatively shallow 22s. Now that is most likely more trash, small brassy bits, read that, but then so do small copper nickel coins, so your guess is as good as mine. $21, $22. So right, pinpointer out for number 9, because I'm determined to get to 10, and I'm determined to call it something like From Trash to Treasure. And it's a coin. It's a small, I guarantee you it's a small copper nickel, most likely a 5 cent 5p Irish small, but it's a coin. I've just thrown it into the ground again. That's how they ring. Can't really see what it is because we can't get a focus, so let's see if we can get it to focus for us. There we go. There's the harp. No, that's better. That's a pre-decimal threepence. The hair. Lovely. So they read the same as the, you can't really see the year, and I'll put the year in for you. So that's it. From sorry, I lost you there. From trash to treasure. These little threepences are cool coins. The hair. And now you can see a lot better. Anyway, there we go. From trash to treasure. That's number 9. I had something else that I dug out there. That's where our threepence came out. I dug that out for number 10, but I've decided to discard that because it drove me around the twist. So I'll show you briefly as I toss it into the water. It was a thumbtack. I see an edge. Thumbtack, or the remains thereof. Yeah, there we go. That's number 10. Well, if you see it, then it'll be number 10. If you don't see it, then you know I've tossed it back into the ocean for somebody else to find. This is your new number 10. Why? Because you see how weak that rings. Okay, my detector volume is set low so I don't blow your ears out. But from a threepence to a sixpence. There we go. And this one looks like it could be 1940 something. There we go. So yeah, it's really from trash to treasure today. Can you see the date? I'll try and turn it date up. Try and get it to focus. Is it a 46? It looks like it. 1946. And there's your pretty picture. So that's number 10. So we got 4 coins. A lot of cans, a lot of trash. Cans we didn't count. Bits and pieces of realistic hunting. And I see the first other person on the beach way down there. And I've got to walk back way down there. But this is looking inviting because I think I might have stumbled upon a spot. And maybe it's stuff that did come down from the top and has been lying here for a while. So let's just carry on looking for a while. Be good. Thank you for watching. I may leave you a bit of a different addendum on my alternate channel for you to go and have a look, see, and support me there too. The growth has been slow, slow, but like it's been slow here for many years, and I think I've got to 400 subscribers eventually. Thank you all and sundry. I know there are many of you that just want to watch bits of detecting and not all the other stuff I do, like walk around in botanic gardens or beautiful gardens and blah de blah de blah. Okay, off you go. Thank you for resting in my pocket with me and watching the sunrise while I try and dig holes and all those kind. Well, the sun hasn't risen yet. Watching the dawn breaking, blah de blah. Okay, off I go. Thank you. Stay safe, stay free, and be happy. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to receive notifications.
So yeah, they'll be nice morsel sizes. So yes, this is going to become a video, and I'm going to call the video Biltong, Boerewors, Braai, Brewing and Bread. And we could throw a few more beers in there, like beer or blonde or brunette, but that could be getting me into trouble, so we'll stay away from that. So there you go. I'll soon have the video posted on my Fossie's Biltong, Braai and Boerewors channel. If not, why not? Thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient with me as I cobble together these videos, showing you my great culinary prowess. Hi.